everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Leisa Carrillo, for those that don't know. I'm a founder and creator of Forever Cross Education. I'm also a global, international artistic ambassador from Redken. And today I'm bringing an amazing technique, reverse blonde. But at the same time, your client is gonna still look blonde, but with a little less impact. So it will be more like a 2 tones in one. And for that, I'm gonna bring my hero, the new Redken Blonde IQ +9. This has changed the game. Has an in-bond building technology. It's gonna have a clean lift on all your blonding techniques, and also you're gonna have the best control. Are you ready? Because I have a lot to show you. The reverse ombre, for me, it should be for those that needs to take a break from blonde, but at the same time, they're not ready to go dark 100% yet, right? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna focus on bringing the light around the face. She already has it, but you can tell her hair might be going through a lot right now. So I'm gonna give it a break, and we're gonna just maintain her brightness, and I'm gonna bring more darkness on the back. Of course, I didn't do this color, but you can tell how she has some new growth. And also, her base was shifted, right? So the previous colorist shift her base and did some highlights. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna bring this base a little softer and darker, and also on the back. I'm gonna maintain the brightness around her face, and of course she needs a haircut. And this is gonna be the sectioning. Depending the density and how the hairline looks like, I build my zigzag section all around the hairline, like so. And basically it's gonna build the last zigzag on the top of the head, and I'm just gonna finish right there. Basically, we're gonna leave all of this brightness around her face, and we're gonna move to different formulations, darker on this top and back. And of course, every time I do color, especially on curly hair, I love to start with clean hair, no products, and I will use a brush to detangle before I start my application. That allows me to have more control, move faster, and better results. This has a built-in bond protection. This is designed to maintain the health and the integrity of the hair during any lining process. Versatility is everything. You can use it in foils, balayage, open air, on scalp application, depending the formulation. And when I'm talking about control on the lift, you have predictability. It gets up to 9 levels with more even control than ever. The consistency that I mix over here would be 2 to 1. I want it to be thicker so I can have better control, especially because I'm working on the hairline. I'm gonna start with 2-inch section, and I'm gonna follow all the way to the front of the head, but I'm gonna go diagonal. Going diagonal, basically you're going opposite from the hair growth. It's gonna give way more connection, dimension, and better grow out. I'm gonna do a weave-in. I'm gonna use my foils. I'm gonna make sure that I'm tight. I like to slide my comb and follow the shape of the head. And I'm gonna start applying. Just on the new growth. My brush is gonna be horizontal. I'm gonna point to personalize close to her roots with my brush diagonal. Now, important to understand that I'm not gonna saturate the area that has that warm orangey color. I basically want to feather into that area so there is no more damage and dryness on her color. I'm gonna close. And I'm gonna keep moving. To my next one. Also a good 2 inches. How wide are your 2 inches, 3 inches, 4 inches is depending on your client's density and the look that you're going for. I'm gonna slide my comb, kind of follow the head shape always. I'm gonna grab my product. I'm gonna saturate the area that is her base. I'm gonna go and personalize with my brush. And now I'm gonna feather into the dark area. So that way I'm applying the product, but I'm not saturating. And sometimes what I do, if I found some blonde, I kind of like pick it out. I don't think she had that many, but I remember there was another in here. I will pick it out. So it's kind of separated from the application, so it doesn't become brighter or damaged. I know blonding can sound repetitive, but there is rules that we cannot break. If we overlap, no matter how healthy the hair is, you're gonna have more breakage. Another area that for me, it can be confusing, and it always depends on how the hairline looks like. But a lot of us sometimes forget about this corner, and for some reason can look very dark when your clients put the hair up. So if you maintain the diagonal forward, you will be surprised how well you take care of this. Gonna keep going. And now if you see, I'm more into 1.5 inches. I start with 2, now I'm gonna go with 1.5 inches as soon as I get onto this point, all the way to the front. That way I bring more brightness around her face. I like to make sure to saturate my section, especially with my points as well. And the reason I like to use 2 foils are simple. I need to lay the hair flat and I need to see what's happening. Sometimes clients have previous color going on. So if you have your foils sandwiched, the way I'm doing right now, one on top of the other one, 30 minutes go by, you can open, you can see what's going on. Sometimes it is bonding and things that you can fix and reapply during the lightening process. I'm gonna close. Boom. Now, one more tip. I like to work with the body heat. So back here, a foil goes over a second foil, a third foil. As soon as we're going around the face, right here, there is no body, right? So right here is a hole. That being said, because it's a hole right here, there is not that much concentration of heat, right? That is the foils are close to her body. So as soon as I'm moving where the area that is separated from her body, I fold my foils double. Single, double. That way the head is closer to the base. When we're talking about the corner or receding area, it can split, it can have lack of density. There is so much going on always on our clients' receding area. I don't know if you can tell right now, I'm grabbing the hair, but there is no hair right here, right? If we go light on these points, literally she's gonna look way more open than what she is right now. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just avoid highlights on this corner and I'm gonna focus only right here and I'm gonna leave this dark. I'm gonna make it really tiny. because I still want some darkness in between so we can protect the corner. You can tell the density is very low. And you don't want to break that head over there. So normally what I do, I pinch, I put my fingers, and I personalize. Definitely a choice, a preference, something that you have to keep in mind if you want your clients to look better, not only when she put her hair back, but also when she had her hair down. So we talk about this last one. Now how we're gonna continue. Basically from diagonal forward, I'm gonna pivot and I'm just gonna go diagonal back, respecting her hairline. I also gonna take care of this little hair. I'm gonna leave it alone and I'm gonna move diagonal back. Now, when I'm moving diagonal back on this area, I'm gonna start close to the base, doing my zigzag. From there, I'm gonna personalize that again, so I get even better. I've been using long foils, so I'm gonna divide it in half of these foils. Fast foils are amazing. They're a Canadian brand. And I'm gonna make sure that I apply. Believe it or not, these ones are the most important areas on the head. When you can see how you can make it look better from what it is. I'm gonna go a little over, that's another tip, a little over. Instead of right there, a little over. I'm gonna close. And I'm gonna flip. So when I flip my foil, I like to double check and continue the personalization. So we did one very close to the scalp. The other one, we're gonna do a big zigzag, a little deeper. So this one is a little deeper. The second one, I'm gonna zigzag again. And this one, I'm gonna back comb or tease more of a 40%. I'm gonna apply. And I'm still feathering into my weaving with the brush. I'm gonna close. That will be my second one. My third one and last one will be a deeper zigzag. The third one, we're gonna go deeper. And with curly hair, when you don't see 100% clean sections, it's normal. Don't give up, keep going. It's a texture that has a lot of movement, texture in one texture, in one head. You have to be a little more open and forgiving. Respecting my points, I keep adding my points. From my last one, that will be the top. I finished the right side. This is how it looks. Don't forget, we go diagonal forward. We have different scenarios when we go diagonal forward. We fold the foils double. Don't forget that, because there is a little more open air around this body, this part of the body. And now I'm gonna continue and do the same thing on the other side. And here is the final application. Both sides are ready. And we're gonna process for about 30 to 40 minutes. Why did I say about? When we're working with textured hair, any kind of hair, but especially curly hair that is already a little bit compromised, you have to check every 10 minutes after this. It might be ready sooner, it might take a little longer, but your eye into the processing time is important. I want to talk to you about everything you need to know and the difference between toning, glossing hair with the new alkaline ALK from Redken and also Redken Shades ALK. What are the difference between the two demis? Follow me to know more. We're about to talk about the difference between toning with alkaline versus acidic. When I do it, how I do it. But before we do that, let's recap on the technique that we have over here. In this case, when we're going darker, I need more deposit. That being said, I'm gonna use an alkaline to go dark versus the front. The front, I will do the Shades ALK Redken gloss, and on the back, I will use the ALK new alkaline from Redken as well. The true alkaline, the permanent color that we have over here has the power of the color, but also the care of the gloss. The performance is incredible. You can have up to 75% gray cover. Don't forget 1 level of lift, amazing for that richness, deep deposit of pigment. Love it for my reds and copper. It will have 8 weeks of vibrancy. It's the most powerful alkaline I have ever touched. And now let's talk about our hero, our #1 demi-permanent color in the world. It's a color gloss designed to tone, refresh, correct, enhance hair color without lifting the natural level. It works as an acidic with a level of pH that you need to be gentle, to have a beautiful deposit, and the fabric of the hair stays on the best conditions. Now let's bring 4 good major benefits. It's perfect for toning and control. Neutralization from the warm brass orange. Extreme shine. There is nothing shinier than the formula that we have on the acidic Shades ALK toners. Don't forget, last but not least, this acidic formula seals the cuticle, leaving the hair glossy, smooth, shiny with the best reflection. It's the gloss that we all love. What am I doing over here? I'm avoiding applying the ALK on the base. Remember, you can get up to 1 level of lift. I'm gonna wait until the very end, and I might use it more as a base bump on the last 5 minutes. Second step, we're gonna go over applying Shades ALK just around the hairline, and that formulation is gonna be 10 AG. I love to do this on the chair. I can have more control. Most of the time, I'm working with clients that has a lot of hair, high density, and I need to control the situation. Sometimes on the shampoo ball, all the hair gets on the way, the body position isn't comfortable for your client. I will always recommend the hair to be towel dry, almost to 90% dry. 2 formulations, 2 different applications, 2 amazing products. We have on the front Shades ALK, one more time on the back ALK, and we're gonna process both for a total of 20 minutes. And this is definitely the final product. We're gonna apply leave-in everywhere.